And if it is, to thank the Lord, because that's the mastermind. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Seahawks. Coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champions taking on the NFC champions. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. I mean, this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them? All the talk, all the hype, but the pastor's prologue as this Super Bowl is underway. From the 10. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now, Stewart. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Throwing out of the shotgun, it's Stewart. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Stewart. He finds his man, complete. That's Banks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They give it off here to the tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Snowhawks are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. From the gun, Fox. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
The Seahawks send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And Stewart lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 40-yard line. And we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Fox. Flush to his right. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Stewart to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 55 yards. And the Snowhawks will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Point after here coming up. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Fox firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
On first down, Fox eluding the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. They run the counter. Haskins, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Fox. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Fox. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The offense already on the field here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Stewart. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 47 yards. And the Snowhawks continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great. But your defense...
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. It's a big play there for Seattle.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Fox. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, Fox. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And down inside the 15 he goes. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. To throw on 2nd down. Fox. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and this is back to an 8-point game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fly him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Stewart sets to throw, and he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And he finds a man on the crossing route, and he's taken down inside the 30.
The partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant, and he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
They will throw on 1st down with Stewart. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Snowhawks add 6 to their lead. So a tiptoe catch back in the end zone, so tough to do, but he made it look pretty easy.
He certainly did, and the back of the end zone is treated the same way as the sideline. You have to get your feet down, inbounds, for it to count as a catch. How about the backgrounds of some of these guys, though? Did they work on it? Maybe some of them were ballet.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners. Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Fox. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. On 3rd down, Wilder, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you have to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 60 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Point after try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he rifles one incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark. And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it. Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Stewart. He finds his man. Complete. It's Banks. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stewart. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw. Stewart. He finds his man. Complete. That's Banks. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now Stewart, 2nd down. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Snowhawks are starting to pour it on at the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And the Seahawks offense going to get 1 final possession in this first half. And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight. As we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the 3rd and 4th quarters. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they did not have the same kind of success on the ground. They struggled to get the run game going to this point, as you see there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fox. And that's going to be incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun, Fox. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Fox. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
But they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 3rd down, Fox. And that is incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try to get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been magnificent as we start to roll on all these touchdown passes he's had so far. It's been fun to watch.
It's been almost poetic, hasn't it? Captain, my captain. And this captain is playing so well in leading his team. As you mentioned, the great number of touchdown passes. He's looking really, really sharp.
Now maybe he just wants to add to that total, right?
And why not? More the merrier.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He gets away from one. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Cordell Stewart. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Banks. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Stewart. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Back to throw again. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Snowhawks are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. That time a 6-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And out now come the Seahawks. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wait.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Throwing on first down. Fox. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
From the gun, Fox. And he will find his man on the outside. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. They'll try the left side. Haskins, and he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Operating from the gun, Fox. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by the time
we have to leave the booth.
On first down, Stewart. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Here's second and 10. Throwing again. Stewart. He finds his man. Complete. That's Banks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
If anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Now Stewart on first and 10. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again. Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Very effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Looking to throw. Fox. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His second touchdown in the Super Bowl. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now the try here for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down to 26. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Second down, here's Stewart. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Here's Stewart to throw on second down. His throw incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Stewart, he finds his man, complete. It's Banks. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Stewart. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Back now here on EA Sports. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. And to give this time to the tailback. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 84 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Snowhawks extend their lead yet again. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Yeah, we will get another look at Seattle's offense. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. On 1st down, Fox. And the reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On 1st and 10, Fox. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Fox. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Green's got it over the middle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Fox. Forced out to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retained possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Fox. This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. From 13 yards out. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Now, on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Point after, right down the middle. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And now here's a carry heading left. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Going to go play action. Here's Stewart. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10.
Throwing on 1st down. Fox. He finds Bolden. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Fox. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Fox. And he gets it to Bolden. And out across midfield down to the 45.
Now, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Fox.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. He finds Bolden.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
On 1st down, Fox. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that'll cut the lead down to 22. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff looking right. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.